Are you a YouTuber or a beginner videographer searching for an affordable but great lighting solution? Well, you're not alone. I've been on a similar quest in this 4x5 studio of mine, and today I'm sharing what could be a game changer in studio lighting that might end your search too. So welcome to this review of the Anglerfish lights from iFootage. Before we start, a disclaimer. iFootage did send me these Anglerfish lights to play with and make a review, but the opinions in this video are my own and they did not get to see this video before I posted it. But I'm actually making another sort of disclaimer. This is going to be sort of an anti-review, or not maybe even your typical review. Instead, if you want a good tech review of the Anglerfish lights, I'm going to send you to Gerald Undun's review of the Anglerfish. Go check that out. Instead, I want to put a frame of what's good enough. And now I actually need you to have a little bit of patience with me. Please bear with me, because if you stay to the end, and no, it's not a clickbait, if you stay to the end, I think you will find that I will bring you the value, and if I don't, please tell me in the comments below, and I'm not going to do this type of videos again. But I feel the more I learn about YouTube and the more I learn about videography, the more I come back to the thoughts, what's good enough. And that's going to be my take on this review of the Anglerfish lights. I've used them for making YouTubes, and I've used them on a real shoot with a client. So my conclusion is going to be more on what's going to be the result of using lights like Anglerfish. And I'm actually going to give you that honest opinion, because I can also do that in relation to using my $5,000 aperture light setup that I typically use on a client shoot. And I used that previously on my YouTube setups and a cliffhanger previously. So, in the frame, I keep doing this, in the frame, I think you get it. In the frame of what's good enough, we're going to cover size, quality, the result, and a conclusion. So that's what you can expect of this, and that's why I need a little bit of patience. So from the philosophical standpoint, what's good enough? Let's cover size. Your typical YouTube setup, it's going to be either in a chair like this or a sofa, talking to the camera, your talking head type of video, or it's going to be like if you're a gamer at your desk. And there we have one limitation, and that's the physical space available. Most of us YouTubers, especially if you are a beginner, we have a limited space. We either have a space in our living room, in our bedroom, or maybe in a garage, or if you're fortunate enough, like myself, you have a dedicated space there where you can shoot YouTube. But size of the light fixture is really important, and here is opposite, guys. Size matters, but smaller is better. Because picture you have a light fixture that's this deep, this size, and then you have a softbox on that light modifier that's this deep. That's the size of your sort of light fixture that you want to position at a 45-degree angle to your camera and up. That means you need to put your desk either 1 meter or 3 feet away from the wall just to be able to have the light source in front of you and give you proper lighting. And most of us don't have that space available. Or if you, for example, like me, are sitting in a chair, if I suddenly need 1 meter just to cover from the start of the light source to the back of the light source, I need 1 meter of space before my camera is, then directly I need 2 meters. So I think that from a size standpoint, good enough is as small as possible with as much power needed to give you the type of quality or the sort of look and feel you're after. Other than that, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it says Anglerfish or Godox or Aperture, and it definitely doesn't matter if you are spending $3,000 on something instead of just spending $250 that the Anglerfish light costs. I think that's a smarter choice, but let's continue on quality. Quality in relation to what's good enough is definitely not diminishing. It's when we reach a certain level of quality, it doesn't matter after that. because the quality is going to be how we perform in front of the camera and the message we are performing, as well as the packaging, the storytelling we are delivering that with. And here is where I think the Anglerfish really shines. $250 for the quality they are offering is unparalleled. For example, I use Godox VL150 and use for actually almost 2 years now. They are blowing them out of the water. I would prefer the Anglerfish over the Godox any day of the week. So just, you need to remember that if I'm going to make a review, or if I'm going to make a YouTube about making YouTubes, I'm going to make a YouTube about the gear I have. Which means, for example, me, as I also have a production company, I own aperture lights because that's also what I can rent. So I own 3 lights, but if I would need 5 lights, I don't want to rent a brand I don't know. That's why I have aperture. So if I were to do this YouTube, I would say, I have an aperture light, it's $3,000 this and $2,000 this. I would give you the perception that that's what you need, but it's all wrong. So I think we as YouTubers have an obligation or a responsibility to keep us at the level of what's good enough. And that's where the Anglerfish is shining. They are owning the space of what's good enough. And when it comes to the result of the what's good enough, you tell me. Because this entire YouTube video is shot using only Anglerfish lights. I have their amazing bicolor lights, the 130 BNA, as my key light. And yes, it's positioned about 40 degrees angle to the camera and 45 degrees up. But I also made it silly complex to stress test the power of the lights. So I put a softbox on the light, a modifier softbox, then I put that into a diffuser, so it's double diffused and it's still not at 100%. And then I have their 60 daylight balanced light as a hairlight rim light, and then I have a reflector on this light instead of adding a third light source. And that's it. So you tell me, do you feel that the quality of this video is good enough? Personally, I think it looks amazing. So I never need to use anything else than the Anglerfish lights I'm using in this YouTube, because I don't need more quality in this. If I need more quality, the quality is going to be about me, how I perform, or the topics I choose to put in front of the camera, or the location I shoot them in. It has nothing more to do about the quality of the light. So the conclusion for me is that I can wholeheartedly recommend the Anglerfish lights to anyone. Actually, I'm going to buy 2 more Anglerfish lights of my own money, and I'm going to buy the 130 BNA bicolor because I prefer bicolor lights. And I actually have a future video about that. So if you want to subscribe to my channel, sorry, it sounds like a plug, but if you're interested, I have an upcoming video on why I prefer bicolor lights. Because I think the Anglerfish lights are in relation to quality versus price versus size, because they are small. They're easy to pack, they're easy to hang. I don't need a heavy C stand. I can just put them on directly to the ceiling with a clamp, because they are light. They're light sources. So that's my conclusion. If you are a YouTuber, if you are a beginner videographer, please check out the Anglerfish lights from iFootage, because they are great light sources for the money spent. And I think you will be as positively surprised as I've been. Remember, each frame captured is a story yet to be told. And if this story in some way sparked new creative ideas for you, please hit that like button to let me know. And if you want to share your own experiences or have any questions, I'm eager to hear about them in the comments below. And I would hope you would want to join our vibrant community of storytellers by subscribing and turning on notifications, so our next adventure together is just one click away. And if you felt that this journey together has sparked new ideas or enriched your creative toolkit, please share this video with a fellow creator who might find it equally valuable. Now I think you should go watch this video. Peace out.